G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to start off talking about this box fight tournament that no one seems to know is coming up or is really talking about, and it's in Fortnite. It's the next Wild Wednesday. People always see Wild Wednesday as, oh, what's it going to be? Is it going to be one-shot mode? It's going to be jetpacks and shotguns, and all the main pros have been complaining about it, joking around, saying the prize pool is now more in Wild Wednesday than a qualifying week for FNCS, but this week's Wild Wednesday is a box fight tournament. It's a straight up box fight tourney, which is going to be so exciting to watch. I'm super happy about it. Pros have been asking for creative tournaments like this in the past, and now when one gets announced, it kind of just flew under the radar. I'm not even sure if Epic went back and just edited one of their blog posts because literally no one noticed. I had to be told about it the other day by someone, and I didn't believe them until I went and looked it up. So I want to break down exactly how the box fight tournament's going to work, the prize pool, how the scoring's going to work, because all the information's out there. So if you're good at box fights, be ready for this Wild Wednesday. It's going to be one of the best ones. I also wanted to do a follow-up to my video yesterday because I talked about Aqua being banned or whether he was disqualified. We didn't have the full information, and now we do. We have the full information about why was Aqua banned and his full response to it. So I'm going to break that down as well. If this video helped you out, guys, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want more of these creative tournaments. I'd love to see like a Zone Wars tournament in Fortnite. I mean, I've been pushing for the longest time to have like a ranked box fight or like ranked creative mode, like 1v1 build fights or something. So hopefully this is one step closer to that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me. We're well and truly on the pace for 100K. So thank you so much. Please keep that up, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start off with looking at exactly where Epic posted about this Wild Wednesday box fight tournament. It is on their actual Wild Wednesday blog post. I'll put the link in the description down below, but if you scroll down to article 2.2.2, you see that on October 21st, Wild Wednesday will be a box fight LTM. And I know what you're thinking, it's not October 21, but if you'll notice, October 14th was the Wild Wednesday Marvel Knockout LTM, and this is the week after that. So it's the week after the Marvel Knockout, which means that we're getting it now because some of the Wild Wednesdays have been moved around, some of them have been shuffled. So it's going to be happening this week. Now, what is the scoring actually going to look like? So it says here that for box fight, players may participate in a maximum of 35 matches during any session. Players will earn points based on the scoring system listed in sections 2.42 and 2.43. So let's go check that out. So for the box fight, it says Wild Wednesday box fight week 5, first equals 1 point, and tiebreakers will be determined in the order presented here. Total points scored first, total victory royales in the session, number of eliminations in the session, and then average placement per match, and then a coin flip. So this is important because there's a lot of prize money on the line, and what that's telling you is the way the tiebreakers work is whoever has the most amount of points wins, but based on there being 35 matches and first being 1 point, which means if you win you get a point, if you lose you get nothing, makes me think that there's going to be a lot of tiebreakers by far, because there's going to be a lot of people who get the same amount of points, same as in a lot of these Wild Wednesdays. When pros come in, they clean up and they beat everyone and they never lose. Now, this might be different here because some pros might actually lose. So the next most important thing is not going to be victory hours, because if you're tied on points and you didn't lose, you all got the same wins. It's going to be number of eliminations in the session, which makes me think that there's going to be multiple rounds for this box fight tournament. There might be maybe like a best of 5, a best of 3. I can't find anything on here that says exactly what it's going to be, but based on it being average eliminations, if it was just a 1v1 for one round, if there's going to be so many pros that would win 35 in a row and then the tiebreaker doesn't work, they're all going to have to come down to coin flips, which I highly doubt they're going to do. As for the rest of the format, whether it's solos, whether it's trios, I can't really tell. Usually with these rulings, they don't say how big the game mode is, but based on the point format and the prizing, you can usually figure it out. I'm guessing it's just going to be solos, maybe, but I could be wrong. They could stick with the trio theme like they did for Marvel Knockout. I'm not entirely sure because it's not really going to change anything. It's just going to be box fights for rounds. The prize pool for this one is massive. It's the exact same as the usual Wild Wednesday, so it's almost $100,000 if you look at every region. In Europe, first place is walking away with $5,000. You think of all the big third-party tournaments that go on, like the Fortnite guys BFC. This is so much money. First place, let's just look at Europe. First place is going to get 5,000, second 4,000, third 3,000, fourth 2,500, fifth 2,400, sixth 1,800, seventh 1,500, eighth 1,300, ninth 1,200, and 10th to 20th gets $1,000. If you come 20th in a box fight tournament in Europe, you get $1,000. $100. This is going to be super fun, and it's so interesting to see Epic Games put up this kind of prize money into a creative tournament. I think we are really getting one step closer to getting like creative ranked playlists. I know we saw like a photo leaked recently that said arena box fights, and Epic came out and made a statement saying that, look, this was just a dev view of the game. It wasn't actually something we're intending to do. It's not something we've actually made. But I was like, why would you make that little box and have it like, you know what I mean? You could have made it anything. It wasn't like an old game mode like Squads Arena or something, and you just put it in there as a place filler. Someone in the graphics team made a box fight arena game mode. So I don't know. I'm really hoping we see like something like this in the future from someone in a small region like OCE. I know it would mean that even more people aren't playing arena, which would cause issues. But at this point, I'm not enjoying pubs. I haven't enjoyed pubs for a really long time, especially with Fortnitemares, and it takes me 6 minutes to get an arena queue game. So at this point, what am I playing? So like something like this would be so insanely cool. All right, so if you missed my video yesterday, I'll put it on the screen here. I'll link it in the description. Basically, I was talking about how Aqua was unable to play round 3 of the EU finals day 1. Man, it's so hard to say that right now. So he was unable to play, and we weren't sure whether it was a DQ or whether it was a ban. I was saying that I think because he left the game, originally it was going to be a DQ, and then when he started posting stuff on Twitter, when he started baiting out that he was going to cheat, I literally said that this is so against terms of service, and Epic made 2 blog posts saying how they're cracking down on this, and lo and behold, it looks like Aqua did originally get a warning for what he did with leaving the game, but because of those tweets and because of his response, Epic wanted to make an example of him, and they cracked down massively, and he is now going to be unable to play in the FNCS Trio Grand Finals, which is just huge. So let's look at exactly what happened here from Aqua. Let's look at his response and what the community's response was as well. So we got Aqua made this tweet earlier today, and it was a post. It said, about my ban from Cooler Aqua, and it reads, I have been playing Fortnite professionally and competing at the highest level for a number of years now, and have always played to perform as well as possible in a completely fair way. I would never stream snipe any opposing players or use external information to change how I play my own game. So that's scratched off. Like I said, the claims against Aqua stream sniping, they weren't the greatest, and I really didn't think that was the main reason. Aqua's saying here he didn't stream snipe, so that's fine. They said, in one of my semi-final games yesterday, I made a bad decision which violated Fortnite's competitive code of conduct. It was an action which I'm not proud of, and I know that it can negatively impact other players in my lobby. That's good. So straight up admitting that he did something wrong. Awesome. I'm sorry that I acted against my own competitive principles by leaving the game before being eliminated, and I fully understand the warning which Epic gave me during the week 3 final. So he was fine about that. So Aqua admitting that what he did was wrong, and he understands why Epic did it. In the last hour, Epic Games have provided me with reasoning as to why my warning was replaced with a 14-day ban. Rather than being banned for leaving the game, it was due to 2 of my tweets being in violation of their rules. This was completely unexpected, as I only made short jokes and was not aware of how seriously the punishment could be changed because of a tweet when compared to leaving the game itself. And now this is where it kind of, for me, like, if Aqua just made that first 3 sentences response when he first got banned, all of this would have been done. He would have just missed out on a week of qualifiers, and he'd be playing in the finals. It's because of the response that he had with his tweets that Epic has now taken offense to this, and they've gone a step further. And I understand why Aqua may have thought they wouldn't act in such a way because they haven't done it in the past, but they made 2 blog posts, and they were insanely clear about how they wanted to crack down on players saying they're cheating, basically. That's what this main rule went against. So that's why players who've had the name cheater in their name, aimbotter, you know, soft aiming, they were forced to have name changes because they're taking it that seriously. So it's kind of hard for me for Aqua to say, look, I didn't know they'd crack down this hard, because he's still admitting that he knew it was against the rules. And that's just where I want to kind of make a point out of this of, I understand why the community is so upset, because a lot of people are leaving games and doing what Aqua was banned for, and they're not getting banned. And a lot of people think that maybe if they made a big statement and were like, hey, look, Aqua, you've been warned. Now you made these tweets. We're going to ban you if you do it again. But if they did that, the next person who would then use that as an excuse of, oh, well, Aqua didn't get banned for doing it. He only got a warning that he would get banned. Why can't I do it? And it always just continues. Someone needs to pay the punishment for when they break the rules, for other people to realize that it's against the rules. So as much as I feel bad that it's Aqua, as much as I fully understand why Aqua is a bit confused here, and he's upset that he thinks that it wasn't bad enough to miss out on a whole FNCS, the situation is that Epic needs to make a point out of somebody. They need to ban somebody for doing something that's breaking the rules, and it just so happened to be Aqua in this situation. The last part of Aqua's tweet says, I accept the warning for leaving the game and also that my tweets were poorly timed and uncalled for. I am sad that I'll be missing out on competing with my teammates in the FNCS heats and finals because of some tweets, and I'm hoping that Epic can reevaluate their punishment. I will work to avoid being in this situation again in the future. And that's the main thing. I'm sure Aqua will not do this again in the future, and I'm sure no one else will. And Epic has now made their point and they followed up on their rules. And we've been asking for this as a long time as a community. We want players to get punished when they break the rules. This is a rule that I think not a lot of people agree with, making jokes about cheating, but I understand why Epic does it. But ultimately, from an outside looking in, as far as the community in general, I really want to see Epic be more serious, like an esport would, and I want them to hold their players to a higher standard. Aqua's admitted what he did was wrong. He apologizes, and other than on the day when he made those tweets, this is a pretty good way of handling it. And he's going to miss out on FNCS finals. It's really sad, but it could have also been a lot worse. People were actually getting scared that Aqua would get banned for more than 14 days and it would then carry on over into the next FNCS. But based on Epic's Games ruling, unless you get a 30-day ban or more, he will be eligible to play in the next FNCS. So yeah, it's a bit sad. Aqua obviously being a very prominent pro, a player that a lot of people wanted to watch. The other main result of this now means that benjyfishy, Leshy, and Savage are probably going to have uncontested Doom going into finals. I think the community realizes this, but I wanted to make it clear as well. I think most people understand that benjyfishy didn't deliberately want this. I don't think benjyfishy wanted Aqua banned so that he could go on and win FNCS and have Doom's domain uncontested. There's not any of that kind of drama in it. I don't want to try and pretend that kind of drama's in it. I just wanted to present exactly what happened and do a follow-up on my video yesterday, because now we got some more information. All right, guys, that does it for another video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If this video helped you out and you enjoyed it, please chuck a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You guys are just showing so much love and support on the channel. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.